On Christmas Eve, my 15-year-old son, William, walked towards our house with trepidation, pausing at our front door with someone I didn't recognize. This was a brand new relationship of which I knew nothing about. His eyes were filled with stars and wonder, yet he was clearly worried about what I thought. He clutched the stranger tightly as I tried to contain my emotions. "What the hell are you thinking?" I blurted. "But I love him," William said. I'm not ashamed at my reaction, though, because you see, his friend Cletus was a hamster, an unauthorized one. An unauthorized one at that, no parental permission sought, on grounds it would have been heartily denied. He stood cradling a shoe-sized cardboard box, glowing. "It goes back Monday," I roared. "I'll take care of it. I'll play with it. I'll clean his cage." "No, we have 3 dogs. Are you crazy? They'll kill it." I rolled my eyes, furiously Googling rabies. This new pet in our life with black and white spotted fur, giant razor-sharp fangs, and dark beady eyes was a gift from his older brother, Jacob. They'd gone last-minute gift shopping for me at the local shopping plaza with my favorite stores, Home Goods, Ulta, and a Nordstrom Rack. But also a PetSmart. True to their initial mission, they did buy me a lovely, thoughtful gift. But they had allegedly walked into PetSmart to buy gifts for our dogs, gifts they never received. William had been magnetically pulled towards the road display, a class of animal for which I would normally hire an exterminator. Seeing what I could only imagine as teenage suckers hanging around the rodent cages, a salesman approached, asking if they wanted to hold one. William picked a hamster. William knew nothing about hamsters. William had never wanted a hamster. Yet a hamster he got. Jacob, caught up in the Christmas spirit, not only got Cletus, but a critter condo and a type of bedding to dampen the reek of a small animal that shits and pisses where it lives. After my conniption fit and resignation to a homegrown Hallmark movie I called Christmas with Cletus, they set his habitat up. William continued to fawn as I tried to make friends. I reached through the cage and stroked his little pink paws, and in return, he bit me, drawing blood and leaving Dracula-like marks. After thoroughly disinfecting myself, I put him high up on William's dresser, out of the view of our mesmerized dogs. William stood swooning, his heart beating out of his chest like a vintage Pepe Le Pew cartoon. Fine, Cletus was kind of cute, but I still was unhappy at being ambushed. I threw a towel over his cage, out of sight, out of mind, but not out of the house. We celebrated Christmas the next day, William still professing love. It would be hard for him to say goodbye, I thought. Stay strong, I also thought. How does one return a hamster? Did I cold-heartedly stomp into PetSmart, making him watch while I returned his new BFF to a plexiglass cage? Or did I do it myself to save him from the trauma? Neither. I did neither. On Monday, I just felt too guilty to give away this beloved, adored holiday hamster, especially after William had practically recited wedding vows to him, to love and cherish forever. Instead, we went back to PetSmart for accessories. Then, as William approached his former cage, a salesperson came over, obviously not knowing I was planning an angry speech in my head about selling small animals to hormonal teenagers. William wanted to confirm that his new roommate was a boy. That's when we learned Cletus was a girl. His face instantly went ashen, and I enjoyed a silent smirk, claiming victory over being the only girl in the house. Not the only girl in the house. Like a boy named Sue, we now had a hamster named Cletus. It only took about a month for the thrill to wear off and the kid to realize that even a small pet is a big responsibility. Scraping rodent poop off the bottom of a cage is not how a teenager wants to spend his time. By February, I was Googling hamster rescue Los Angeles. To no avail. Cletus was here to stay. Resigned, I ended up being the one who trained her to come to the sound of my voice. I fed her. I watched her as she rolled around in her ball, bumping into everything with a heavy thud. I sang her silly songs. As the only member of our family on the Mediterranean diet, I brought her personally prepared salads with a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. She ate better than any of us. Nightly, I watched her eat dinner, my eyes big as her little ones looked back. I loved it as she ate her produce standing up, making little teeny tiny nibbling noises. Did she love me, or did she merely think of me as a waitress? Hamsters are hard to read. In May, I moved Cletus into our enclosed den where I'd have unfettered access to her and not have to knock on my cranky teen's door. William is a good kid, but a naive rodent owner with a short attention span, not unlike his hamster. Cletus was, for all intents and purposes, mine. Love is fickle and complicated, especially young love, and particularly when there's an unaccepting parent involved. Over the year he's had her, William's gone from wanting Cletus to wanting a car. He craves freedom, not responsibility. A girl who's human, girlfriend who's human, not hamster. And I've gone from hating even the thought of Cletus to accepting her. Instead of calling her the rodent, I now call her pretty girl. As in, oh, who's a pretty girl? You are! Cletus lucked out when William chose her that night, and the gift I hated became the present I love.